जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad 50 एक्सप्रेस পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
It's here again. The circus rolls back into town. The greatest carnival in the world. I'm, of course, talking about Cricbuzz Live, our show. What did you think? Hello and welcome. I'm Gaurav Kapur on this lovely Friday evening on New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve. It's the start of the financial new year tomorrow, which is very important for some of us, even more important than the actual new year. And of course, on this special day, I have some very special people here with me on Cricbuzz Live. I've got Mr. Bhattacharjya, Mr. Harsha Bhogle. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
I was a bit taken aback by the New Year's Eve because, you know, it matters for joy. He's now a sort of hotshot advertising model. So
That's right. That's right, of course.
I'm just very famous. You can take my autograph later, but get in line, please.
Okay.
A lot of people.
So it's a really long line, so I don't know if I'll get my turn today. It's probably more people than there are in the stadium in Ahmedabad today, which is packed. It's absolutely packed, and why would it not be? The defending champions are playing. Well, I know it's a little contentious if I say the biggest draw team in the tournament, but let me say the biggest draw player in the tournament. That's safe to say, isn't it, MS Dhoni? Safe to say they come out to cheer for him no matter which part of the country.
you know, this happened in the first IPL as well.
Yeah.
Everywhere Sachin Tendulkar went, it didn't matter which the home team was. They only cheered him. They only cheered him. I mean, I remember there was a game in Hyderabad, MI versus the Deccan Chargers, as it was called then, and you know, home crowd, everything big, and then suddenly Sachin turns up. And the whole crowd starts going Sachin. It's a bit like that with MS. Doesn't matter where he plays.
Yeah.
Because now they're starting to think, how many times will we see him? And of course, he tugs at your emotion. He plays with them every year anyway.
This is a very good question. इसको हिंदी में कहते हैं पेचीदा सवाल. In the words, in the style of Utpal Dutt, पेचीदा सवाल. नारियल के लड्डू to anybody who can guess when will MS's last game be. Will this be his last season? We discuss this every season. We must discuss it this season as well because formality to करनी पड़ती है ना.
This is the number 4 of the IPL.
Oh yeah, it's a question that will never be answered.
Actually, I was looking at it, and I was looking at contemporaries at his level.
Yeah.
How long they played post their international career? Because what happens is guys like this can't go back to first class cricket, so they'll play only the IPL and maybe some other leagues, and most of them played nothing else. So the two examples I was looking at was Gilchrist and Vaughan.
Yeah.
So Vaughan managed to do 3 years. Okay, probably the third year was not going. Gilchrist till 12 he was 11 he was excellent, and then it was very difficult. So that's the point. Remember, Dhoni is 3 years and 340 days since he last played international cricket.
Wow.
3 years and 340
That's
days.
right. Yeah, 2019.
I'm just thinking joy has to be correct. Right?
Has to be.
Quiz question. 3 years
It's
and
joy.
340 days.
He's a precision instrument.
No, it's not. I think it's 340 odd days. Let me just say.
Oh,
No,
he dialed it back.
No, 300. Actually, 300 days. Because that was April 19th.
Oh, 1 second. Let's go again. Take 4.
Okay, fine. Because I know that somebody's going to catch me out of that.
Chalo, cancel kar diye. Just rewind the last
3 years
1
and
minute and
300
take it
days bolo
out.
na.
It's almost 4 years since he played his last game.
I'm just okay.
Yeah, almost 4 years. Matlab, lot of time has gone by.
So that's my point. That it's very difficult, and what they call match fitness is a difficult thing to get. Obviously he's gymming. Apparently he practiced 2 months before in Ranchi, before even the camp started here. So,
and he was in Chennai a month before. He was there early March. I think 1st or 2nd of March is when he got it. So he's serious about it. पर देखिए, हम आपको बता सकते हैं, एज भी कोई चीज़ होती है, उम्र का लिहाज करना पड़ता है. But the record that he has, I mean, the fact is that, as they say in Hindi, ये बाल मैंने धूप में सफ़ेद नहीं किए, right? He's got the chops. Look at him. 210 matches as captain, 123 wins, 9 finals. This is an absurd stat.
And there's a line on top. This tournament as captain. Because he hasn't been captain every year.
So that was 1 year that he wasn't, right? That was
when Steve
Pune.
Smith was captain at
Correct.
Pune.
Yeah.
So he's actually just about 22 runs short of 5,000 runs.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's what, only 6 others have got 5,000
And
runs.
considering, and we
Most
must
of his
say-
life he batted at 6.
He's
7.
batted at 6. Last few tournaments, he's been batting at 7, 8, not batting at all. He's almost playing like a non-batting captain, right? He's playing as the. He doesn't need it, batting as the fielding captain. But yeah, I guess we don't really need to build up MS Dhoni as a captain. He's definitely got the credibility. But what about the other guy? Yeah, the defending champion, Hardik Pandya. Till 14, 15 months ago, nobody was really considering him as captain in the short format. Then Ashish Nehra and the GT squad decide to make him captain. And well, look how things change.
And everyone's trying to build this up as the protege against the master, right? And stop at protege.
Yeah.
Because there's a long way to go to be in the same frame as the master.
Of course, for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
But he's often said how much he's learned from MS. He also wants to start playing like MS, saying, doesn't matter if my strike rate goes down, I will play the more responsible role. And sometimes I felt like telling Hardik, go back to being the long-haired Dhoni and go and hit the ball out of the ground.
Yeah.
But he's adapted very well, and I think he's taken to captaincy very easily. Sometimes you see people as captains and you suddenly say, ye kya ho gaya? Why are they carrying 3 bags on their shoulders?
Yeah.
But he's taken to it easy. What I like about him as captain is he does the difficult things himself.
Yeah.
Somebody has to bat at 4, okay, me. Somebody's got to bowl the new ball, okay, me.
And that's
Someone's at death,
just
me.
Just to add, that's not just for Gujarat, that's for India. You see, that's just the guy he is. Right? And that's the difficult thing to do. And when you see your captain doing that, you obviously it buoys the whole team, right? But just to further the point that Harsha is saying, that he's been batting kind of, taking the responsible role and was the highest run scorer, etc. This year, actually, he's got someone to share that load, because if Kane Williamson comes and bats at 3 above Hardik, suddenly Hardik's not tied down with just playing that role, because if somebody has to play that role, Kane is more naturally cast into it.
Absolutely. And I think it's lovely because also having somebody like Kane in the team to consult on the field, off the field would be good, but on the field is absolutely fantastic. Just look at that record. I mean, it's
gotten better in the last few months.
Yeah. But still, look, 120 you laugh at. But look, one more thing. I go back to my point of playing international cricket. In the last 10 matches of international cricket that Kane Williamson has played, he's got 2 test centuries. He's got 2 more other centuries. He's got 2 more 50s. He's in form. Between January and March this year, he's been in form. And a guy like him, if he's hitting the ball well, he's not going to bother with its T20s or test matches. He's just going to come here and do it. Now, the question is, I think now that the burden has lifted off his shoulder, he's a 2 crore player now. He's not the franchise. He's not the captain. I think he's going to play a much freer game also. And
So it's amazing. So basically, Kane gets helped and Hardik, they both.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
His elbow's good now. The problem with Kane Williamson was he had a really dodgy elbow. I think it's elbows and great batters have that relationship. It's an elbow problem. But now he's batting well again. The elbow is much better. And he will have no qualms about not being captain. He is just one of the coolest guys I've ever met. When I remember when we were in New Zealand, I had to do some shoot with him before. And he came before time.
Yeah.
So it was in one small Indian restaurant in a very outer suburb of Wellington. And he was just sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay, karenge when you come.
Yeah.
And I said, sorry, I'm late. He said, no, I just came early. Just sitting here. He's too cool.
He really is. There's just something about Kane Williamson which is very calming. People who meet him, I kid you not, I have met grown men who will meet him once and they will just be absolutely head over heels in love with him.
Yeah, total fanboys.
Fandom. Complete fandom. He's just that kind of guy, and he's fits into this team really well. So mark our words, I think there's going to be something special that will happen there. And more importantly, they need it, because last season, we talk about the team winning, we talk about Shubman Gill getting runs, Hardik getting runs, but actually, their 1-2-3 was not working. Their 1-2-3 Maharaja Mixi was not working last year. They tried many combinations, and I guess when a team wins, you talk about all the lovely things. What was it?
नहीं मैं सोच रहा हूँ महाराजा मिक्सी कितने लोग
1, 2, 3 Maharaja Mixi.
Now don't say सारे बदल डालूंगा ECE बल्ब लाना and all.
Yeah, those.
क्योंकि क्या होता है लोग आपको थोड़ा young समझते हैं अभी.
May just actually, but they did that, right? They did that with their top order. पूरे घर के बदल डालूंगा.
For the first sort of 7-8 games, their top order was just using up deliveries, to be honest. I mean, they tried different people at 3, different people coming in, till Saha came.
Yep.
And that Saha is an extraordinary player. I mean, suddenly he'll come out of nowhere and go boom, boom. Next thing you know, Saha's 30 not out.
Yeah.
So when Saha and Gill started playing together, it took a lot of load off. So they'll want Saha to keep doing that. And he's played decently. He's got 100 and 250s in the Ranji Trophy this year. He averaged 50 in the Ranji Trophy. So he's played cricket, even though he's left Bengal. He's gone and played cricket. The interesting thing is, I think Hardik will still have to bat at 4.
Yeah.
Because if Williamson bats 3, that means he's coming in place of Wade. So it's a like-for-like replacement. He'll still have to bat at 4, Miller 5, Tewatia 6.
Yeah. No Miller, of course, today because he's not available for this game. But
No, he has to play against Netherlands.
Important. You have Miller at 5. You have Tewatia at 6. You then can have your
Rashid at 7.
That 7 fancies himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway,
Same as last
the
year.
reason why we're guessing it right now is because the toss hasn't happened. We don't know the teams yet because there was the important business of song and dance that was happening before the cricket game. So that has to be done as well. So, yeah, I guess they're going to be. But let's have a look at the Chennai team and see the booster shots they've given themselves in the auction. And there's a big one, again from New Zealand.
Again from New
Stokes.
Zealand. Correct. Again from New Zealand.
Naughty. But there you go. Ben Stokes, who actually, the problem is that he's not going to be bowling. We'll get to that in just a second. But the problem for them is that they are missing some important players in the first few games, right? So no Sri Lankans for them, Joy, right, to begin with, right?
Yeah, it's going to make a difference because, whatever it is, Thikshana, these are really good bowlers. They use them, especially in the middle overs, to stop them bowling towards the end. Death bowling was a problem with Chennai and they haven't managed to solve it. And now with Ben Stokes not bowling at all, it leaves them with less options.
Yeah.
I think one team who will be looking forward to this rule and saying that can I make substitutions is really, I think Chennai is one team that's looking forward to it and saying that, what can I do? Can I get Magala in? If it's a bowling side, I'll get Magala in, let him bowl, then get somebody in to bat. They will be looking at specialist bowlers to fill that void because there is a big void there. The other thing is, where is Deepak Chahar? What is the Deepak Chahar that we're going to see? Is he the completely fit person who'd be absolutely fantastic in the first 3-4 overs? He used to be really good.
Correct.
And he
Move
could
the
come back
ball.
in the death as well.
He's got more wickets than anybody else in the power play.
Correct, because he'd usually just bowl 3 out of 6 straight up.
Sometimes
Get a little bit of
MS would
movement.
just give him all 4.
Yeah. If he got wickets, MS would just go with him.
Which might not happen now because he's not got... Mukesh Chaudhary is the big miss for them, who's been ruled out of the tournament yesterday. So they don't have any...
But the problem is, they used to use Tikshana in the power play.
Yeah.
If Tikshana is not there and Chahar is only bowling 2, they'll have to find someone else to bowl those 4. They don't have Tikshana, they don't have Patirana, and they don't have Sisando Magala.
Magala.
They don't have no Magala.
Yeah.
So they've only got 5 overseas players. So it'll be interesting to see whether they play Santner, whether they play Pretorius, or Dhoni might say, "Main sare apne le lunga."
That could be actually. With Dhoni, you can never guess. It's just wait till he gives you the team sheet because otherwise it just gets really difficult. We've answered the question. And now we'll take the question because it was on Ask Cricbuzz Live. यहाँ पे उल्टा पुल्टा चलता रहता है. It was a question from also Naman. No, his name is also Naman. Ben Stokes will be playing as a specialist batter in the first half of the IPL. Will CSK miss Stokes, the bowler, immensely? We just answered that question. Yes, they will. And we also told you why. Sometimes we mess up batting order as well. Just like to play around with it, right? Give the answer first, get the question later, right? Do the show and then maybe have the brilliance while we're watching it on TV. Later, have our phones ringing and watching the show while the show is
That was
going on.
unnecessary. That was totally,
I don't think-
utterly unnecessary.
Listen, now this is not just Joy. This is Joy who does commercials on television.
He's just making fun of me.
No, but it's true. It's true. Well, let me tell you, the toss has finally happened.
Yeah, I'll tell you something very interesting happened. Oh, by the way, Stokes. Just to answer that
Yeah.
question, I think we have to answer
I was
the
just going to tell people the toss, but
Stokes, I thought he'll bowl over 7, 11, bowl sort of 3 overs in the middle, but they don't have that option anymore. Something very interesting has happened in the toss. I was just seeing on the Cricbuzz app, he said, I've left it to the coach. Ashupa works all night on what needs to be done. I don't know the combination for today.
has he really said that?
Yeah, he says, Ashupa works all night. I don't know.
He's messing around.
I think so.
I think they're messing
I think
around.
so.
But Gujarat has won the toss, so it's begun well for them. They've decided that they're going to bowl first. So Chennai is going to be in. We're going to have the teams for you in just a second. But just to comment on that relationship, right? Because you saw how Ashish Nehra was running the team last year, and Hardik very openly credits the coach. I think what they're trying to do there, because I'm trying to make this comparison, because what they're trying to do there with coach and captain running the team, it's you know whose team it is, because that's exactly what he's perhaps learned from MS, where MS and Stephen Fleming were the people who ran the team. The job division could be different, but it's two people, right? It's not a committee, it's not multiple people, it's two people.
The interesting thing there, though, was it was always MS's team
Yeah.
with Fleming helping and doing everything that MS may not want to do. Like, for example, speaking for 1.5 minutes in the 2-minute team meeting.
Yeah.
MS would speak for 30 seconds, he'd speak for 1.5 minutes. So he did the heavy lifting at the team meeting. Here, I get the feeling that the team on the field is Hardik's team.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that off the field, it might still be the coach's team.
Yeah.
And they sit together and say, yeah, ऐसी team होगी. On the field, it's Hardik's team. That's the impression I get, but it'll be interesting to see.
Joy, I want to ask you how important it is. Sorry, I just want to, how, because you've seen it up close, how important it is, or how significant it is in a winning team to have your bench happy.
Very important, because the one big problem is that everyone, if you look at IPL results, the one thing somebody will tell you is that there are two things you need. One is you need to have a good team and all that, good batting. You need to be as injury-free as possible, because injuries, and you need to have the kind of reserves who can fill in. So the bench is a very, very big thing. And now, of course, the bench takes a totally different meaning, because the kind of thing that's going to happen, you're going to sit there. So what we were talking about yesterday, I think this is perfectly an illustration of what we were talking about yesterday. That with these substitutions and allowing different teams to be put after the toss, when giving your team after the toss, what has happened is the role of that backroom staff has increased even more.
Yeah.
And perhaps what he's doing as a captain now, Hardik is saying that there's already a hell of a lot to do. Calculate your overs, calculate this, calculate that on the field. I don't want to take the rest of it on. Ashubaji, you look at this, I'll look at this. And I think this is going to be more and more. The tactical part, the prep part is going to be more and more the coach's responsibility. Unless you have a captain like Dhoni who might just, who has a very strong opinion on this which he wants to share. Also remember one more thing. For whatever it's worth, and I say it well, right now they've been very successful, Ashu and Nehra.
Yeah.
They haven't,
Nehra
that
and
relationship,
Hardik,
they haven't seen failure together. If they see failure together, it'll be interesting to see how that relationship evolves, whether, at that point in time, where they
Very fair point, especially given Hardik has India captaincy ambitions. Yeah. But you also asked about the having a happy bench.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a lot of overseas players are champion players for their country.
Yeah.
So you got a Riley Russo who may not get a game. Matthew Wade might say, I won a World Cup.
He's won a World Cup,
I've won a World Cup. I've changed matches. I'm not in the 11. So you've got to keep the guy not playing happy. And I remember at the end of one IPL that they won, I was doing the post-tournament something. And MS said, the thing I'm happiest about this year is that our dressing room was very happy.
Yeah.
Actually, won an IPL. He said, yes, but our dressing room, everyone was very happy.
See.
So keeping that bench, because those egos are not used to being fringe players or not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen Brendan McCullum and Brett Lee sit out. Okay. And it is absolutely amazing. For Brendan McCullum, who's like, he's a force of nature. He has never sat out in his life. He can't believe that there's not enough place for him to play in the team.
Yeah.
And it has happened. And that's what, for them to accept, it is very difficult because they have not been dropped at any level in their lives.
Wow.
The Jacques Kallis, the Brendan McCullums, the Brett Lees, they have never been dropped in their lives. They don't know what it's like. Either injured or you're playing.
Yeah.
You must get Lisa when she comes here to tell you the story. At the WPL, they had Shabnam Ismail in their side. Yeah. Shabnam Ismail is like the fast bowler in world cricket. And they had to tell her she's not playing. Wow. And she said, it's the first time in 16 years I've not been picked.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's what happens, right? Because you only allowed 4 foreign players and your foreign player can't be one of your substitutes. If you're playing all 4 in the 11, you can't have a substitute who is. But if you're playing 3 foreigners in the 11, then you can have a foreigner as a substitute player. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Let's have a look at the 11 that Chennai is taking out. Rituraj Gaikwad, Devon Conway, Moeen Ali, Ambati Raidu, Ben Stokes, Shivam Duve, Ravindra Jadeja, MS Dhoni, Mitchell Santner, Deepak Chahar and Rajvardhan Hangargekar.
कितनों को आउट करोगे?
Huh?
कितनों को आउट करोगे?
Yeah, it's a Hangargekar games today.
Ah, nicely done. That's it, I think. Drop the mic and walk. Just leave now. Chennai is, of course, going to be batting first, and that's, that batting order is kind of It's kind
There
of
is no
nuts.
number 11. Some teams have 4 11s, 3 number 11s. This team ends at number 8. Everybody's a number 8.
Actually, you're right. We just put that 11 up again. If you
Yeah.
see, I mean, Mitchell Santner's a proper bat.
So is Hunger
Right?
Gaker. Hunger
Deepak
Gaker
Chahar's got 50s.
Yeah. Chahar has saved games for India
He's
batting
a
at number
bona fide
8.
all-rounder, yeah.
This is, you know what Dhoni is doing again, right? Dhoni doesn't want to bat. Right?
No, I think
Dhoni's
there'll be a toss in the dressing room for who goes in next. Toss, okay. Heads, tails, or like maybe dice. Okay, you're next. Number 6. Okay, now you're
you know,
on
you
6.
just can't predict the batting order for Chennai. 2 reasons. One is because they're loaded with batters. Second, there's so many left-right combinations you can play. And third is MS Dhoni, so there's no point predicting anything anyway. The one thing you can predict with surety is that Rituraj Gaikwad will open the batting. And given what he's been doing in domestic cricket, right, he had a few India games, couldn't get runs for love or money then. But what he's been doing here, look at him. This is in the Vijay Hazare Trophy.
That's 50 overs, yeah. But still, those are
But still, 220 average, 113 strike rate. Not too shabby, Mr. Bhogle. Not too shabby.
I don't know. I can't remember if it was Vijay Hazare or Syed Mushtaq Ali. He hit 7 sixes in an over.
Yeah, he did, which when I was reading about it, I said, what? Is it the 1980s again? Have we gone back to 8-ball overs? What's going on?
He hit a no ball for a 6.
Yeah,
but
sir, itna to maine bhi kar liya tha calculate. Thanks for explaining the joke. Like, thanks. But yeah, he's been in
क्या
stellar
होता है
form.
ऐसा इमेज बना के रखा है ना तुमने क्या लगता है हर चीज एक्सप्लेन करनी पड़ती है
वो तो सही बात है. I've told you many times before, I'm not as stupid as I look. Okay? Please, on the first day, I must reiterate. But yes, while sir is laughing, you can talk about the rest of. ये भी गए. चलो दोनों ही गए. That's all we have time for today. But yeah, let's talk about that batting order. But how rich. This is such a Dhoni template, no? Option. मुझे option दो भाई, option लेके जाऊंगा.
No, that's what I'm thinking. And if you have that template, the way I'm looking at it, I'm saying that the substitutes is probably going to be packed with bowlers.
Yeah?
Because they're going to bat first in any case. So the
Let's have a
batting is
look at
all
the
there.
11 again, right? Because that's going to be interesting. We'll of course look at the bowling in the halfway mark. But if you just see over there, you've of course got Hunger Gaker, Chahar, Santner, Jadeja, Dubey, Moeen Ali, right? If he had Ben Stokes will of course not be bowling. But again, he's rich with options. Anyone can bat anywhere.
what they might do, that's the 11, but if they wanted a sub, they might get someone like Simarjeet in the side in place and send Raidu back.
Yeah, I think they will.
Someone like, but they're bowling. No, who's bowling
They're batting first.
They're batting
Chennai's
first.
batting
Ah,
first.
correct.
Batting first.
So,
So
they'll
they
pick
put
the
all their
side, they'll
bats.
push Raidu out, push Simarjeet Singh in
Yeah.
and get that extra ball.
So that's what I'm thinking, that this set of substitutes would be mostly bowlers. They don't need batsmen. anymore.
Very excited about seeing Hunger Gaker because he was so good in the under 19. So
19 was, yeah.
happy to see him. Let's have a look at the Gujarat 11 now. Remember, there's no David Miller there, right?
Correct.
And that's going to be. Do we have it on the Cricbuzz app? Do you have it?
Saha is back opening.
Okay.
Saha, Gill, Williamson, Pandya, Shankar.
So आराम से sir, people are trying.
नहीं मैं देख रहा हूँ कितने ओवरसीज प्लेयर है क्योंकि मुझे लगा कि they might only play 3 overseas.
How many do they have?
They've got 4 because they're picking
Josh Little.
They're doing Josh Little
Okay,
because Nehra, so you must have one left-hander.
why not?
Josh Little, Yash there, Alzari Joseph, Mohammad Shami, Rashid Khan. So it's pretty much similar. They've got Vijay Shankar in the side.
No,
so
again,
that-
interesting.
But Vijay Shankar's been in good form as well, domestic.
As well, the other interesting thing is, of course, because they would have had a separate sheet if they were batting first.
Yeah.
So I feel Alzari Joseph is in this one. There'd be one. Yash Dayal is in this one.
Yash Dayal will go out.
Yash Dayal will go out.
Yeah.
And they'll get another batter in there.
They'll get another batter. They've got
Sai
Gill,
Sudarshan. I think Sai
Gill,
Sudarshan.
Saha. They'll get someone like.
So yes, let's talk about their bowling, of course, because the good thing is that all their bowlers are coming into this tournament in really good form in wherever they've been playing, right? All of them have been, whether
Rashid's
domestic
got-
leagues, international
I think
games.
Rashid's gone 100 balls without conceding a boundary or something ridiculous like that.
And remember, last year they were a bowling side primarily. Their
So that's
success
how
was the
bowling
fact that
sides
they were
will win
getting-
you, right? As our dear big brother Ajay Jadeja tells us, bowling puri karo. So that's it. Yeah, look at all of them. Look at Rashid Alzari. Hardik Pandya has been in great bowling form for India.
See the economy rates.
Yeah,
Not
Sai-
1/8.
Gee, see, they're looking good again.
Yeah.
It's the bowling that's looking good again. Look at Rashid. All the economy rates are there. They've got, I don't know, man. I think I am really liking, there's something happening there, isn't it, Joy?
Yeah, look, my thing about it is it's very interesting. On this kind of pitch, I think batting is Chennai's strong suit.
Yeah.
and bowling is their strong suit. So you're going to see their strong suits clash up first.
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating.
Just in case, while we were mumbling through it, you didn't figure out what the 11 is, we'll show it to you now on the screen. There it is. Shubman Gill and Saha opening. Then, of course, you have Kane Williamson, who's just been drafted into the Gujarat team in this auction from Hyderabad after they let him go. Hardik Pandya, the captain. Vijay Shankar, Rahul Tewatia, Rashid Khan, Mohammad Shami, Joshua Little, Yash Dayal, Alzari, Joseph. Geez, there's a bit of pace there.
So Alzari, Dayal, Little, Shami. They've got four quicks in there.
And Hardik.
So obviously that's how they have read the surface, because Ahmedabad has 11 pitches. So you can get the kind of surface you want. So they've obviously read this one as a good bouncy track. They will now leave out Yash Dayal. I wouldn't be surprised if they pick Abhinav Manohar as their
Manohar's been good form as
their
well.
impact player, because he goes and hits the long ball.
Yeah.
So I think Abhinav Manohar will probably be their impact player.
Yeah, let's have a look again and see. Of course, with spin, you've got Rashid Khan.
No, but that's interesting.
And Rahul Tewatia. Rahul Tewatia has really been underused as a bowler in the previous season.
No, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is it's exactly right. What would I do? I know Chennai has decent spinners still.
Yeah.
Chennai doesn't have great fast bowling attack. I mean, Chahar is relatively unknown. A lot of guys are not here. There's injuries out there. Magala is not here. So what do? I pick a pitch for fast bowlers, because I have very, very good fast bowlers.
Yeah.
So I pick the pitch I want. I play 4 genuine fast bowlers. Rashid Khan is a great bowler no matter what pitch you give him.
Correct.
Yeah, and so I am playing to my advantage. And that's
Which you
what they
can do this year because of the home and away situation.
Correct.
Which you can do this year. And I mean, spin is a little more economical, but pace is taking wickets.
And that's what you need, right? In the IPL, economy can go to hell, because if you're getting the wickets, then you don't have to worry, right?
That's how you peg down the strike rate.
Is right now starting out is Gujarat. So Gujarat also, if you see, same thing as we talk about Dhoni all the time, saying give me options on the field. They've got a fair few options on the field as well.
They've got loads of options,
Yeah.
because they have, you say you must
Sir,
take,
everybody bowls 4 down.
You
If you
must
just
take
look from
23,
Hardik
24
Pandya
overs.
on, everybody bowls.
Yes, you must take 23, 24 overs onto the field, so that the captain always has options. And now that Hardik Pandya is a 3-4 over option, and Tewatia is a 2-3 over option, they are carrying 25, 26 overs.
So I think they're
onto the
carrying in
field.
excess of 30.
Yeah, correct.
If you just have a look at that 11 again, you'll see everybody down from 4. So you've got Vijay Shankar bowls,
He can
Hardik
bowl.
Pandya bowls, Tewatia bowls, and then you've got the 5 bowlers. So 20 and,
don't
another
ever forget.
10 between those 3 easy.
He's not
Actually,
bowl-
can I tell you something? Kane Williamson has done a fair bit of bowling as well, but we're not going as far
Not
as
with that elbow now, but yeah.
But now I think his action is cleared. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're not going as far as
Don't
that. We're
forget
saying 4
Vijay
down.
Shankar. Vijay Shankar can bowl. Don't forget, Bhuvneshwar Kumar goes out in that World Cup India-Pakistan game. Vijay Shankar comes in, bowls 6 overs, takes a wicket.
Yeah, of course he does.
So-
Listen, this is going to be an absolutely crack. I'm very excited for both these teams. I'm also equally excited about the joy factor question, because for once today, I actually know the answer. Boliye, sir.
Yes, if Sikandar Raza is the latest and Tatinder Taibu the first, who is the second?
I was
Clue.
bluffing. I don't know.
I don't know, for strange
You know it?
reason, the clue that I would like to give, if at all, is Tendulkar.
Yeah, that's a great clue. The clue, Tendulkar is a great
Clue
clue.
is Tendulkar.
200 test matches, 400 plus 1 days. What is that clue? That clue is nothing.
लेकिन give
Sir,
people time
nothing
to answer.
clue.
ना, अब तक आंसर आ गए होंगे. But,
So nothing clue. Thanks for nothing. Let's just randomly say God. Think about it now. All right, send in your answers. #Cricbuzz Live. If you know the correct answer, send it in on Twitter. And of course, what you will get from us is respect. I would have given you the red table, but hey, we ain't got one no more. Sorry. Not sorry. All right, time for us to go. Before we do, a match, of course, happening in Ahmedabad and Chennai batting first. Score guesses. I'm going to keep a leaderboard this season, by the way.
Okay.
Right? Which means that I'm going to come even on days I'm not on air to just take. I barely make it on the days I am on air. I'm not coming there. But yes, go for it.
just looking at the kind of team that Gujarat have picked, I'm trying to estimate what kind of track it could be.
इतना
And
science.
so I'm going one.
Very nice.
क्योंकि ना आपने बोल दिया मुझे भी आता है तो मैं थोड़ा I'm going 177.
177. Good.
I'm going low. Because I believe first day nerves, it always favors bowlers. I believe chasing is easier in the beginning because you're sort of getting into the tournament. I think it's easier for bowlers than batsmen. I'll go 161.
161.
लो जा जाके 160.
I thought 140, 150 कुछ बोलोगे. I was ready with my 160. Huh?
Trying to sneak in between again.
Okay, 161, 177.
Now show your originality. Don't just slip in between and all.
Of course, I'll slip in because I genuinely believe I have done science. I have studied kinetic energy. I've studied momentum, inertia, overhead conditions, underground conditions.
But they changed because
169.
Arijit's singing has changed the atmosphere, and therefore there's a 0.2 degree change in temperature which may cause
And
perturbations.
the Kesaria tune is affecting the environment.
Oh. Okay, 169. Is where I am.
You know what he was doing while we were chatting all this? He was trying to find the midpoint between 161 and 177.
Yeah. Did I find it?
Yeah, 168.5.
Exactly.
You were there.
All right, so that's my score guess. We, of course, will see you at the end of the 10th over with the Cricbuzz Combox. That's going to be our little update. So wherever in the world you are, in about 45 minutes, you will get a notification on your Cricbuzz app. And Joy and Harsha will see you in the Combox. Huh? No? Me? I'll be? Okay, I'll be there as well. Thank you so much for watching Cricbuzz Live. We'll see you in a bit.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad को 50 एक्सप्रेस পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दें